Sis, I am here to tell you that they are lying to you, okay? You do not have to have it all figured out. If you are feeling completely lost right now, and you're in your 20s, just like me, that's okay. It is okay. You grew up in a household where you had certain expectations, you were supposed to go to college, you were supposed to be doing this, that, and the third. And if you grow up in that kind of household where your parents kind of expect you to do all those things, I know it can feel like you need to have it all figured out by 20. You need to have everything figured out. But I'm here to talk to you and tell you, you don't, okay? You don't. Everyone has a different journey in life. And God has a different calling for every individual in life. The calling that he has for one person that went to college, became that doctor, or became a nurse, or whatever the case may be, that was for them. That's their journey, and that's for them to navigate, and that's just what God had in store for them, if that's the case. But for you, that's not going to look the same. Your journey, what God has planned for your life, is completely different than the other person. What your parents are doing and what they expect you to do, whether it's the same or, just having that, standard 9 to 5 or whatever the case may be, that may be what they want for you. But if that's not what you want for yourself, if that's not what God wants for you, it's not going to happen, and it's not going to align, and you're going to be miserable. So your 20s, honestly, your 20s is a time for you to figure out what works for you, what sticks, what are you passionate about, what do you love, like what are things that you're good at, what are skills that you can use and actually make money from it, you can monetize, what are skills that you can use and monetize for yourself. That's what your 20s are for. It's not for you to have the fancy dancy house, the luxurious car, all the latest designer pieces. And honestly, I feel like we get confused with what is normal and what's not normal, especially in today's society with a lot of influencers and creators and like Instagram and all these things flaunting and showing all that they have, all the success that they have at such a young age. Like, there are 16-year-old millionaires, there are 18-year-old millionaires, there are people my age that live in high-rise condo apartments, and it's like, damn, like, what am I doing? Let me get some of that money. Like, what do I gotta do? That's how it makes you feel. And then that feeling can boil down into depression, which it did for me, because not necessarily because I was people watching, but because I felt like I wasn't where I needed to be because of what society deems as normal these days. Like, we think it's normal to have moved out of your parents' house by the age of 17, 18, like even 20, 22. Like, it's not normal, actually. It's really not. Back in the day, what people did is they stayed under one roof for a long period of time because you're saving money. You're growing together as a family. You're saving money. You guys are helping each other out, scratching each other's backs. Sounds really weird, but you know what I mean? You're building something so that, okay, in a year, this person and their husband can move out. Like, to be honest, to be real, because it makes more sense financially. But no, everybody wants instant gratification. They want the flashy lifestyle. They want it all. And honestly, if that's how you are, like, that's okay. You can want to be rich. You can want these things. Who doesn't want to be financially free? You know what I mean? But there's a difference between wanting to be financially free and just wanting to have a flashy lifestyle, just to show it off and to be rich and all these things. Like, what does being rich mean to you? That's also what we have to look at now. Like, what does being rich actually mean to you? Being rich, to me, means being happy mentally. Not happy, because happy is a feeling, but being joyful, having a peace, just a overall peace. Being rich means having a peace of mind, knowing that knowing that I never have to want for anything in terms of I live a comfortable life. We just have what we need. We're still doing what we have to do every day. We don't have a flashy life, but if I wanted to say one day, oh, I want to go take a trip somewhere, that's being what rich means to me. Just having the means to do things. I don't want to be rich to show off all that I have, because honestly, that's just never been me. Like, I like helping people. I like to make people feel connected to. I like being able to relate to somebody else. I don't want to have this flashy life. and I'm just showing off all that I have, because that's not benefiting anyone. It's not benefiting you. If it's not bringing value to you, then why would I do that? And that's what we have to figure out. Like, what can we do within ourselves that will bring value to the other person? What skills do I have? What are things that I'm passionate about that will bring value to the next person? It could be even as simple as like video games. Like, you enjoy playing video games, are you good at it? Monetize that. Like, start filming, and you don't even have to show your face. You could literally just create a gaming channel and start gaming on the channel as you would by yourself or with your friends. But we definitely need to get out of this. In order to even get to that point though in life where we're doing things that are fulfilling, we definitely need to change our mindset. Because a lot of the times we grow up and it's just conditioning. I was talking to my dad about this the other day, so it's a great example. But you grow up and you're conditioned to think a certain way. You're programmed and wired to think a certain way. And that certain way is having a scarcity mindset. Stagnant. This is just what it is. It is what it is. You're accepting the bare minimum. That's what having a scarcity mindset is. And in order to even get abundance, to even get God to give you these things in life that you desire, that mindset has to go, because it's all about your mind. Like, once you open up your mind to new things and you just live in God's purpose for you, you find yourself, you look for who you are. Who am I? Who is Channy for real? Like, what are things that I love? What are things that I can bring value to another person? I know I enjoy uplifting people. I have anxiety sometimes when I'm talking, but at the end of the day, I'm not going to let my anxiety hold me back, because I know I bring value to another person's life. So by doing that, I'm going to show those skills, and I'm going to help elevate other people as well. So you just have to look inwards and look at what challenges you every day. Look at those challenges as obstacles that you have to get through. Because it's not easy talking in front of a camera when you're diagnosed with anxiety. Like, what? It's very hard. It's get into your head because of the anxiety, and anxiety can start to hold you back. But I'm not letting anxiety hold me back anymore. I let anxiety hold me back for way too long. So if you're someone who suffers with anxiety as well, you got this. You got this. Like, you just need to take it to God. Take little steps every day, and you will get towards your goal, and you will be able to see, okay, what value can I bring? Yes, I have this obstacle of anxiety. Whatever obstacle, it doesn't have to be anxiety. Anything in life that's holding you back. It could be your environment. Sometimes the environment we're in doesn't allow our minds to really open up and to really be like, okay, like, I could do this, I could do that, because you're in an environment that's very toxic or negative. So if you're in a certain environment, well, sometimes you have to remove yourself, and that doesn't mean to, if it's like a toxic home environment, it doesn't mean to move out right away if you don't have the means to do that, but it means to don't spend as much time at home. Maybe go to a library, go somewhere where you can work and have a clear headspace. Naturally, when you start applying yourself and you start to seek knowledge on something, actually genuinely show interest in something that you're doing, you're going to see results. And it also just goes back to the fact of when God sees that you are applying yourself, because this is how he works. Once he sees that you are applying yourself, you're showing up daily, you're talking to him first of all, including him in your plans. That's number one. You're talking to him, you're including him in your plans, and he sees that, everything will click for you. Everything will click, and you'll have so much more clarity. And that's when the lostness will start to turn into opportunity. When you're feeling lost and you apply yourself and you seek a solution to this feeling of lost, and you discover who you are, you find out different hobbies, different passions, that turns into an opportunity for him to do even more work in your life, and for you to apply yourself even more. And it will all start to come naturally the more you do it. It's all about momentum. Yes, you can feel lost, you can feel stagnant, you can get into your moods where you're depressed, and you're allowed to feel these things. It's very natural. You can't control what happens in terms of depression. I've been there, I understand. But there comes a time where you naturally are going to want more for yourself, or at least I hope you would. And you would have to see, okay, yes, I'm feeling like this, but what is something that I can do right now to help me not feel like this anymore? What is a solution that I can find that I can get out of this funk? Who can I call on? Who do I have around me as a support system? I don't want to keep feeling sorry for myself. Those are the things that that are going to naturally start to think in your mind if you really do believe in yourself, even just a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, these thoughts will start to occur, and sometimes you have to force those thoughts to occur. Like, maybe they won't. Sometimes you have to force it out of yourself to really be like, I can't keep living my life like this. Like, I feel lost. I don't have anything, going on for me. Like, what can I do right now? Who do I have? And if you have no one, sis, if you have no one, remember, you always have God. He's always there. If you have no one, you have God. Because I understand not everyone has a support system. I get it. I really do. But you have to, at that point, turn to the only other option, which is God. It's the only other option. And honestly, he should be the first option. But if you're someone who doesn't typically pray, or, I don't know, you struggle with your connection with God, and your support system isn't really there, you have to turn back to him. At the end of the day, he's good. He's the one that controls our destiny. He controls our life. He knows what's going to happen tomorrow. He knows what's going to happen next year. A lot of the times we like to try to plan out our years and, all these different things. Like, yes, you can create a vision board. I do vision boarding. But don't expect all those things to be fulfilled, because you're just setting yourself up for disappointment. Don't bet too much on your vision boards, on, oh, the universe will grant me whatever I want. No, it's up to God. God is the determining factor. Okay? He's the determining factor. And I know I might offend a lot of people by saying, it's not up to the universe. Guess what? It's not. And God and the universe are not the same. God is God. He holds all the power. So it's up to him. He determines our future. So if you want to get out of that funk, you want to not feel lost anymore, and you want to really find, like, who you are. Like, who am I? Like, that's the ultimate question. And as much as we like to think that we know who we are, half the time we really don't. Like, we really don't. Self-discovery is every day. Every day you learn something new about yourself. And until you reach, like, a really ripe age, like, I can't speak for 30-year-olds right now. I'm speaking for people in their 20s, because I'm in my 20s. Until you reach, like, a really ripe age of just real self-awareness to the T, and you're intentional with that every day, that's when you could say, okay, yes, this is me to the T. But even with that, there's so much in life to discover and experience that I feel like even people who claim to know all about themselves, there's always a little bit more you don't know, because there's so many experiences. I doubt everyone has experienced everything in life that they wanted to experience. Like, you need to have it all figured out, because you don't. I am 22 and I'm unemployed, and it's not by choice. I started a new business venture. I'm doing digital marketing, trying to teach women and men how to grow their businesses, how to scale their businesses. So I'm applying myself. So when I say I'm 22 and unemployed, it's not to be like, yeah, I'm just 22 and I'm here doing nothing. No, I'm putting in the work. I'm just sharing my story and my experience with you guys to hopefully resonate, and so that you can see that you're not alone in anything you're going through, even if you're not unemployed, or if you are employed, or if you're homeless, or if you're going through just hardship in life, you're going through a financial deficit, anything of the sort. I'm just here to show you that it's normal. I'm a normal person too, and I'm going through things too. And all you have to do to get through these things is apply yourself. Apply yourself every single day. Take breaks when you need to, of course, but even during those breaks, you're still actively applying yourself, because a break is applying yourself, because everyone needs a break to keep going, to continue to, fester up that energy they need to keep pushing. So keep applying yourself, sis. Stop feeling discouraged. Stop feeling like you're not worth anything. Whatever you're feeling, just stop it, because it's not going to help solve the problem. Find a solution to your problem. If it's one thing I want you guys to take away from this video, is to put all your worries in God's hands. He just wants you to come to him and to trust him. Okay? Have faith in him. Faith without works is dead. So make sure you're doing the work and everything will come to fruition. Just like that, she's done. Makeup is, it's hidden. Let me know. Let me know if I did a good job. But let me know. Anyway, sis, if this video resonated with you and you enjoyed it, let me know in the comments. Share a thought. Like, are you feeling lost right now? What's something that you want to focus on prioritizing in 2025? Comment down below and let's chat. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, my loves.